In serious cases of child abuse and human rights violation such as defilement, the public expects law enforcement agencies to take a proactive role to investigate and apprehend suspects to ensure justice is served. This, however, does not seem to be the case, with some sections believing the system seems deaf to the cries of the vulnerable. In this special report, Beatrice Mwape tells a story of a mother in Area 25 in Lilongwe who says was asked to pay for a public service meant to be free. She further claims she was intimidated by police as she desperately attempted to seek justice for her 12-year-old daughter Chisomo, who was defiled by her stepfather. Please note that the names used in this story are not their real names.
It was through her 4-year-old that Mrs. Nkoma heard the most chilling news of her life. Her husband repeatedly defiled her 12-year-old daughter, Chisomo. Mrs. Nkoma says her youngest daughter told her that her sister and stepfather undress while she is away. This prompted her to report the issue to police and take her daughter to the hospital, where it was confirmed that her daughter, Chisomo, was indeed defiled.
The doctor scanned her. That is when he told me her uterus had stretched and had sores. He said that was a sign that my daughter was being defiled on a daily basis, and that if she will not get proper help, they will have to remove her uterus.
Considering the damage made to her daughter, all she wanted was to make the perpetrator pay. For over a month, Mrs. Nkoma tried to seek help from the police, local community authorities, and even the social welfare office, but her efforts yielded nothing. She says she was pushed back and forth between Nsungwi and Kanengo police. It was at Nsungwi police where she says the police allegedly demanded 30,000 kwacha for them to produce a search warrant. Tired of being pushed around, Mrs. Nkoma went back to Nsungwi police to demand for her file, and that is where she faced intimidation.
The officer told me he does not fear anyone. I did not respond. He continued to say he does not work under fear or intimidation. He told me to go back to Kanengo police and tell the person who sent me there to open a new file for me, and that he would tear the one he had opened. He called me stupid, a retard, and ingrate.
This is happening at a time the country continues to register hundreds of cases of defilement. According to statistics by Malawi Police in 2024, the service recorded over 1,400 cases of defilement. Child Advocacy Center is an organization which has been pushing for justice on behalf of Mrs. Nkoma. Executive Director Memory Chisenga says such negligence is affecting efforts by various stakeholders aimed at protecting rights of children in the country. Chisenga has also faulted the country's judicial system for its failure to mete out life sentences on such offences as outlined in the Penal Code, saying the current sentences are not helping to deal with the challenge.
An issue of sexual abuse needs a prompt response. It doesn't need any delays. So if you have evidence and the medical report is there, why should you delay? So we wonder why our police officers tend to do this type of behavior that is causing a lot of problems to our children that are victims of sexual abuse.
On his part, Deputy Director of Child Rights at Human Rights Commission, Jeremiah Mbaso, says at present the Commission has about 100 cases of child abuse and 90% of them are of sexual abuse. He has attributed lack of seriousness that include frequent adjournments, case file missing, among others, as thorns in their efforts to deliver justice.
We want a system that should be operating without even pushing it, which is becoming now a challenge. We have also engaged the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions on cases that we have seen numerous adjournments in the courts. You find that even the police prosecutor would fail to come. This case is between the state and the suspect, meaning the state is represented by the police. And then you find the police prosecutor failing to appear before court. And yet he or she is the one who took the matter to court.
On his part, Public Relations Officer for Central West Region at Malawi Police, Foster Benjamin, says the police is investigating the matter, and if found in the wrong, the police officers will be brought to book.
After they find that the said allegation is true, then those who are responsible will be arrested and they'll be taken to justice.
In her response to the matter, the Minister of Gender has assured Malawians that government will not tolerate any form of violence, exploitation and abuse against children and will ensure it tracks down every perpetrator. Navicha says currently the ministry is strengthening its collaboration with all stakeholders to ensure issues of defilement are prioritized and handled with speed.
We are working together with other ministries, Ministry of Homeland Security, Ministry of Justice. We are working together and we have laws and policies in place and to ensure that these laws are being implemented to ensure that such cases will be handled quickly.
Following the delays and negligence in Chisomo's case, the suspect is still at large. According to Mrs. Nkoma, her child is facing constant health challenges, depression, and at times she doesn't want to go to school. It is Mrs. Nkoma's cry for him to be found and get justice for her child. Until such a time when public officers handle defilement cases with the attention and urgency they deserve, minors in the areas the suspects hide will be at risk of facing similar abuses and having lifetime challenges like Chisomo. Beatrice Mwape, MBC News, Lilongwe.
Thank you so much, Beatrice, for that report.